In the middle of winter, in a small village blanketed with snow, there lived a young girl named Soothe. Known for her bright and positive nature, Soothe was loved by all the villagers. However, she kept a painful secret close to her heart. Her mother had been bedridden for a long time, and her father had passed away early, leaving Soothe to care for her mother alone. Every day after school, Soothe would make sure her mother took her medicine, took care of the household chores, and ensured her mother was comfortable. Despite the hardships, Soothe never lost her smile, and the villagers admired her strength. Their small, worn-out house was filled with warmth and love. One day, as the village prepared for the Christmas festival, Soothe was busy helping with the preparations. The festival brought great joy to the villagers, and Soothe wanted to forget her worries and enjoy the celebration. But her thoughts kept returning to her bedridden mother. On Christmas Eve, the village square was brightly decorated with lights, and people were singing and laughing. Soothe was there, but her heart was with her mother. She decided to leave the festivities early and head home. Upon arriving, she checked on her mother, who was peacefully asleep, and sighed with relief. At that moment, an idea sparked in Soothe's mind. She wanted to prepare a small gift for her mother. She found a small tree decoration and placed it in the corner of the room, then brewed some of her mother's favorite tea. Soothe's heart fluttered with excitement at the thought of celebrating Christmas together if her mother woke up. After a while, Soothe's heart grew heavy again with worries about her mother's health. She shook off those thoughts, took her mother's hand, and whispered, "Mom, it's Christmas. I prepared a little gift for you." Her mother slowly opened her eyes, smiled at Soothe, and said, "Soothe, I'm so lucky to have you." "Thank you." That night, Soothe and her mother shared a quiet moment, sipping warm tea and talking softly. Her mother reminisced about her childhood memories, their visits to the small village park, happy times with friends, and the joy when Soothe was born. They cherished this rare moment of togetherness. The next morning, the villagers heard the news of a small miracle. Soothe's mother, who had been bedridden for so long, was beginning to recover. The villagers came to their house to offer congratulations. Soothe shed tears of joy seeing her mother getting better. From then on, Soothe and her mother experienced daily miracles. As her mother's health improved, they spent more time together, taking walks and tending to their small garden, enjoying happy days. The villagers continued to support them warmly, and Soothe grew up with deep gratitude for their love. One day, a neighbor approached Soothe and said, "Soothe, we've all been deeply moved by how you've taken care of your mother with a smile despite your hardships. You've made our village warmer." Tears welled up in Soothe's eyes. "I was just doing what I had to do, with love for my mother." The neighbor patted her shoulder and smiled warmly. That love created a miracle, Soothe. As time passed, Soothe became a wonderful nurse, helping those in need and sharing the love she had received with the world. Her mother was always proud of her daughter's growth. One spring day, Soothe and her mother, along with the villagers, prepared a small festival. It was the first major event since her mother's recovery, and everyone came together to share in the joy. Sui looked at the flower-adorned village square and felt a deep sense of gratitude. During the festival, Sui and her mother stood on stage to express their thanks. "Everyone, thank you for taking such warm care of my mother and me. Because of your love, we can share this happy moment." The villagers applauded and blessed Sui and her mother. After the festival, Sui and her mother returned home, sipping warm tea and reflecting on the day. Her mother said, "Sui, you are an incredible child. I am so happy to have you by my side." Sui held her mother's hand and replied, "Mom, I'm also very happy to have you. I hope we can make many more memories together." That night, as Sui looked out the window, she thought about her life. She realized that all the events were not just coincidences, but were made possible by the warm hearts and love of the people around her. So he decided to continue sharing the love she had received with others.